Ryan, a British couple just returned to the UK after a year in Europe, travelling 18 countries.
So join us as we have Christian faith and how van life work together
on a wing and a prayer. Inverness. We've left Barrow Inverness and we've flown down the motorway to Carnarvon now to meet with our son and two of his children, and we've booked a table for 8 o'clock, so we need to get there and not stop. But it's lovely, it's just lovely.
See the Welsh Hills in a minute over there.
Here we are, taking in all the English signs and the English drivers before we forget what it's like.
We're in Wales now.
Oh yeah,
it's like driving in a foreign country.
So happy Saturday, everybody.
Hello there, you little darlings. How are you? I'm alright, thank you. Willow. Yeah. So, this is right next to the campsite, or the caravan site that we've been on for the evening. And this is overlooking the Straits at Carnarvon, and we'll show you Carnarvon Castle, which is quite a thing to see. And right over there, one of those is Snowdon. I think it's the one with the square peak on it. Square peak. Can you have a square peak? So here we are. Finally got to the Straits. I'll tell you something, there's a lot of people on boats today. And as we come round, there is a quaint English castle, Carnarvon Castle. And as you can see, it's that's what it was built on. Very fortified area at one time, and yeah, it's lovely. Here you go. You might be thinking, how on earth do you get from this side to that side to the castle? And as you can see, there's a little bridge, and here it goes, another one that's turning. So we'll show you the other bridge. Doesn't look as though that's going to fit, does it? But yes, it does. And there's the castle. And what's amazing is the blue sky. It's been flipping years since we've seen blue sky, I think. And look at that, beautiful. Going out for a boat trip along the Bernese Straits. And our water isn't too bad. It's pretty clean. Can't say it's the cleanest, but it's pretty clean. And here it goes. The bridge is just going back. Seem to like the bridges. And then we're going to go up and through there, through that archway, and into the town, and see what we can find. So this is Carnarvon. Carnarvon with Carnarvon Castle. Marvellous. Yeah, inevitable, it's going to happen. We have come back to the van after being at Carnarvon, and we're still there because, as you can see, the front of the van has its front up, and the reason for that is, if we have a look in here, we seem to have lost the belt. There should be a belt in there, and it ain't there. It's been shredded. So we've phoned up for the breakdown truck, and it's on its way. That's not quite it. Somebody doing a sea rescue. And anyway, since parking up, the van's not moved, so we've ended up, I suppose, we're in a pretty good place, waiting for the pickup to come up. And yeah, there's not much we can do at the moment, so but it is a lovely night. It's a gorgeous night. It's all happening round here. At least his engine's working. Away you go.
Well, at least one of the wonders of breaking down in a camper van, despite its size and struggling with vehicles that can pick you up, at least we have a toilet, we have a kettle for tea, we can make our tea. I'm having a mushroom omelette, Ian's chosen a pot noodle, and the other beautiful thing is we're by the water, and there is going to be a most beautiful sunset this evening. sometimes you just have to be still and take in the view. So we've been waiting on the breakdown truck now for 3 hours. We've had our tea and now we're watching the sunset. And the sun's setting over the Menai Straits. Oh, I think we're both getting a little bit tired now. So we broke down at 5 o'clock. I phoned the call in. They said they'd be out by about 9:30. At 9:30 we were getting regular updates saying that they were sorry. At 9:30 they then said it was going to be sent to a priority. And we heard nothing from 9:30 till 11:30. So I phoned about 11:30 and was on the phone for nearly 30 minutes waiting. So we're up to midnight now, and they've told me that actually they'll phone me just before they come out. So I think the chances of them coming out tonight are nil. Thankfully we've got a bed to sleep in and the van's nice and warm. The only trouble is that the car park, loads and loads of antisocial behaviour going on, just boy races, screaming, shouting, doing donuts. It's not unsafe, it just doesn't feel comfortable. So here we are for a long night waiting for the RAC to come and collect us or do something with us. Good morning everybody. Oh, that was a bit of a rough night. So we finally got a call at 1 o'clock in the morning to say that it was unlikely an RAC bloke would be out to us. They did, however, offer us a night in a hotel, but at that point we were kind of past it and thought, oh, we will just settle down in the van. Anyway, 8 o'clock this morning, 15 hours after reporting the breakdown, we finally got to speak to an RAC driver himself. His name is Thomas, and hopefully, if it is the auxiliary fan belt, which another breakdown guy who was just passing happened to say he thought it was, Thomas is hoping to bob into Holford's, pick one up and fit it at the roadside. So this morning Ian has made
That's what's left of it. It's actually about that wide. That's it.
Oh right, I didn't realise that. I thought that was the full extent of it. No way.
Yeah.
So that has been shredding for a long time.
Yeah.
Okay. So my lovely man has made me my cup of coffee. I don't know if you can tell from here, but the sun is shining, blue skies.
Then get out of bed.
And I need to get out of bed, but I'll have my coffee first.
So we are 8:30, nearly 9 o'clock, and we are in the travel lodge. And it's really weird because you come off the main street here. They say there's a reception as you walk in. The only thing that's here is the wonderful lift. Hello. Oh, I don't know yet. We're on the second floor. We're in 201. And this is the travel lodge. Here we are. 201.
I'm cooling my face down from sunburn.
Does it work?
Yeah, I feel good.
Oh yeah, we've got the fan going. And it is a bit warm. Let's see. Make sure I don't lose that key. And we have a online toilet. It's a bit like a hospital room, but it does, doesn't it, really?
It feels like it.
Yeah. Well, you're real, aren't you? Look, there you are. Doctor will be here soon.
Well, we had a pretty good sleep in the travel lodge, apart from the early hours of the morning. So I think Ian showed you where we stayed. There was emergency pulley alarms everywhere, and for some reason at 6:30 this morning, Ian decided to get entangled with the switch and knock the switch, and we had a banging on the door from the reception desk. Is everything all right? And then yes,
Nice to know that they take some notice.
yeah, came in to turn it off for us. So
I had to phone them for your snoring.
so now the mechanics are here, and they're hoping to have it done probably a few hours, unless the head gasket's gone, in which case it will obviously be longer. So we're just taking some time out, and this is the view of the Menai Straits that we're looking at. And then behind us we've got the harbour and the castle. So if we had to break down anywhere, this is probably the best place we could. There's a Morrison's for food, the travel lodge that the RAC paid for, sun shining, and absolutely stunning views.
So all done and dusted, and this is Vicky. What an absolute star! Absolutely brilliant. Knows more about my van than I do, which isn't difficult. So looks like the little baby's back on the road again. It's doing really well. So thank you. That's absolute brilliant.
Well, today is a bit of a sad day because I have lost a pair of shoes. Do you ever have those pair of shoes that you absolutely love, that can do no wrong by you? Well, I had a pair of those shoes, but today they have bit the dust, and these are said shoes. They cost me 60p. 60p from Turkey, and I've wore them all summer long. I've walked miles and miles and miles in these shoes, but unfortunately today the worst happened. I've worn them that much. They've got a hole in them. So I've had to invest in a new pair. So Turkey's finest, 60p. Windsor's finest, £10. Let's hope these have as many adventures